Меня зовут Stina. I'm from Sweden. I work right now in the Nobel Sustainability Trust as the Chief Operating Officer. I'm a former Miss Sweden, and I'm here to represent myself and my colleague, Professor Nobel. For 7 years, Dr. Nobel worked as a researcher in the social science at the Institute of Mass Communication of the University of Lausanne and in the Department of Social Psychiatry at the Institute of Social and Preventive Medicine at the Swiss Social Health Department. He has been a consultant to UNESCO in Paris and at the United Nations Department of Social Affairs in Geneva. For 15 years, he represented the Nobel family as the vice chairman and then the chairman of its board of directors. Currently, Professor Nobel is the executive chairman of the Nobel Sustainability Trust Foundation in Switzerland and a guest professor of psychological and pedagogy science at 3 universities in Japan. He also takes an active part in international councils through lectures with the focus on scientific and medical initiatives. He is also a board member of 6 companies whose mission, among other objectives, are to develop personal and public effectiveness. It is a pleasure and an honor for us to welcoming Professor Nobel to this conference here in Moscow.
Thank you. Hey. Thank you, my dear. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. What is it? No, it's good morning. You heard by now from Stina, my colleague, that my name is Michael Nobel. And I'm the great-grandson of Ludwig Nobel, who was more or less a Russian. Ludwig formed the Brad Nobel NAFTA in St. Petersburg and considered himself and the family to be Russia. I am, as you can see here from the previous speaker, is that I did not choose the same career as my great-granduncle, Alfred Nobel or Ludwig Nobel or Robert Nobel, but I have been into psychology and self-realization. But I honestly believe that the self-realization I receive is the key to satisfaction and success in the individual's personal and social life. So for a long time I've been following the progress of Mrs. Daria Trutneva and her team at the Research Institute of Self-Realization and the Super Ego company. Because I like very much the idea that self-realization, self-regulation is the key. It's the key, and you can, by using the proper method, you can say a human can help himself or herself by your own means and not relying on the state or the government or somebody else. Because they believe that you can, which obviously these are proof that you are sitting here, but I share the idea that you have to realize it by your own means. And this is the reason I decided to become a scientific advisor to Ms. Daria Trutneva and her team. So I come here today to see if I could assist and support the people. I think it's very important, and I think you agree with me, that everyone in the world, total humanity, we are soon to be 7 billion people, they're reasonably satisfied and content, and therefore be able to use his or her own resources at 100% of the capabilities. So I sincerely believe, I honestly believe that improvement of the world's level of happiness, the general level of contentment, I would say, begins within each of us. If everyone is content with his or her own life, then surely the world, who have a lot of problems today, will be a better place to live in. To succeed, because this is what I believe, to succeed and to good for our fellow man should be the principal goal for all of us. Anyway, so I just wanted to say thank you for your attention, thank you for your support, and I hereby declare the Conference of Self-Realization open. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.